thought, of the teams that passed on you, was there one that felt the most personal?
For sure. Detroit, 1, 2, and 3 were Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and Lamelo Ball. So after that, I'm the #1 best available according to ESPN. So the Pistons, I'm like, you need a point guard. It's gotta be me. You know what I mean? And then there's, flashed up Killian Hayes, whatever. And I'm like, what?
The Indiana Pacers haven't seen a player as exciting as Tyrese Haliburton, probably since Paul George. Although his pre-All-Star break performances were more impressive, this 2023-24 season overall has seen Haliburton have an excellent campaign with Indiana, averaging 20 points and 11 assists on good efficiency, leading a young Pacers team to the 6th seed in the East. Anyways, rewinding back to the 2020 NBA draft, Haliburton was selected 12th overall by the Kings, far from where he thought he should have been. But how did he drop to pick 12? Who exactly were the 11 players drafted before him, and where are they now? And these questions become even more valid when considering many players selected prior to Haliburton have had underwhelming careers thus far. But this certainly doesn't apply to the first pick of the draft. Welcome to Sportsphere. Let's get into it. Selected by the Timberwolves first overall in the 2020 NBA draft, Anthony Edwards has firmly established himself as a deserving #1 overall pick with his 3-level scoring, elite athleticism, and star power. Within 4 seasons, Edwards has already proved himself to be the cornerstone of the franchise. Although his rookie season was great, averaging over 19 points and almost 5 rebounds, he was doing so on lackluster rookie efficiency. But now in this 2023-2024 season, Edwards averaged 26 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game while shooting 46% from the field and 36% from beyond the arc. His improved defense over the years sees him now considered as a very good defender for a great defensive team Minnesota. He's also much improved his 3-point shooting, as well as many other areas of his game, like his leadership, highlighting his growth and all-around contributions to a winning culture in Minnesota, a future face of the NBA, no doubt, and one of the most exciting players to watch in today's NBA. After Edwards was taken first overall, it would be James Wiseman taken as the 2nd pick by the Golden State Warriors. Expectations were high for Wiseman as a defensive anchor and versatile scorer. However, his time with the Warriors was marred by injuries and inconsistent playing time on a veteran-heavy roster. Wiseman's rookie season averages were 11.5 points and 5.8 rebounds per game, but he has struggled with injuries, showed inability to be consistent, and improve fast enough. This saw him struggle to find his role on the contending Warriors, and was eventually traded to the Detroit Pistons, where he continues to search for a consistent stint without injuries as he battles for more minutes. Not a bust yet, but so far in his 4-year career, James Wiseman has had a very disappointing start. As for the 3rd pick, the already famous Lamelo Ball was selected by Michael Jordan and the Charlotte Hornets, and it wouldn't take long for him to live up to the hype. In his rookie year, Lamelo turned Buzz City alive with his flashy handles, creative passing, and finishing ability, making the Hornets a must-watch team every night, despite still not being a great team. After his rookie season, he continued his ascent as a rising star, even being named an All-Star in his 3rd season. Lamelo has career averages of 20 points, 7.4 assists, and 6 rebounds. However, this 2023-24 season has been quite an unfortunate one for Ball, where an ankle injury has put him out for 60 of the 82 games. Regardless, he's still seen as the face of the Hornets franchise, and just needs some stretches of good health to take his game to the next level and elevate the struggling Charlotte team. After Lamelo, Patrick Williams would be drafted 4th overall, mainly for his defensive ability and potential as a 3-and-D player. So far, Williams has shown consistency not only as a good defender, but a decent shooter and reliable all-round guy. However, injuries have held him back from his full potential, most significantly, enduring a wrist injury in his 2nd season. But still, when he is playing, Williams is the kind of power forward that any team would benefit from having on their team. In his 4 seasons, Williams has career averages of almost 10 points, 4 rebounds, as well as almost 1 steal and 1 block per game, on 47% from the field and 41% from deep. And for the 5th overall pick, Isaac Okoro was selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers, where his defensive ability and athleticism were his standout traits. And Okoro wouldn't take long to prove his defensive ability. However, offensively, it was clear that he was lacking. Gaining more experience with the Cavs saw him adjust his game, shooting better from deep and picking his shots better. This season has seen Okoro have his best offensive season, averaging over 9 points and 3 rebounds on 49% from the field and 39% from deep, while still guarding the opposition's best guard at a high level. A role player for the Cavs, no doubt, but he seems to fit into the culture in Cleveland quite well and has been an integral piece since joining the team. Before we get to the 6th pick, here's a quick word from our sponsor. Things are truly heating up this year, and we're here to make all of the action even more exciting for you. For the events this weekend, I've teamed up with DraftKings. Right now, all new customers can play free for their shot at a share of millions with an initial deposit of just $5. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using my promo code SS. The crown is yours. With that first deposit of $5, new customers can play for a share of millions in total prizes. To play, just draft your roster, and those players will earn points based on their in-game performance. Check out all that DraftKings has to offer on their app or website. Download the app now. New customers who use promo code SS can play free for a share of millions in total prizes with just a $5 deposit on the DraftKings app. That's promo code SS only at DraftKings. Now let's get back to the video. After being selected by the Atlanta Hawks 6th overall, Ona Okungwu quickly became the backup big man to Clint Capella and still holds this role to this day. Ona Okungwu has displayed considerable potential in his limited minutes on the court, especially with shot blocking and rebounding. His ability to impact the game is evident when his playing time increases. During these extended periods, Okungwu showcases his skills as a productive center through efficient scoring, good synergy with point guard Trae Young, securing rebounds, and protecting the rim to a good level. His performance in these instances suggests that he is well prepared and could thrive in a bigger role, playing only 20 minutes per game in his 4 seasons. But only time will tell if his role will increase, and maybe a change of scenery is what he needs to achieve this. As for the 7th pick held by the Detroit Pistons, they selected the wildcard Killian Hayes, overlooking Tyrese Haliburton. And what a mistake this proved to be. Because fast forward to the present day, Killian Hayes has recently been waived by Detroit and is currently without a team, while Haliburton is one of the top point guards in the league. Although Hayes was a good facilitator, that's all he really showed, because he has consistently struggled with shooting and finishing near the rim, defending, and without showing much improvement in 4 seasons, Hayes has proved to be a huge bust for the Pistons. As for the 8th pick of the draft, selected by the New York Knicks, Obi Toppin came in as a high-flying prospect, but he had difficulty finding consistent minutes in the Knicks' rotation and struggled to make any meaningful impact on the team. After being traded to the Pacers, he has seen much improved production, benefiting greatly from playing alongside TJ McConnell and Tyrese Haliburton and finding his role in the offense. This 2023-24 season has seen him have career highs in every statistical category, averaging over 10 points and 4 rebounds, on 57% from the field and 40% from deep, all while playing just 21 minutes. But still, he still has a lot more growth as he continues to develop with a young core in Indiana. As for the 9th pick, the Washington Wizards selected Denny Avdia coming out of Israel. He played a more limited role early, mainly as a defender and shooter. However, this 2023-24 season has seen a big jump in all stats, where Avdia has capitalized on the increased role for the Wizards. In 30 minutes this season, he averaged almost 15 points per game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists, on over 50% from the field, and 37% from deep. Despite a rather slow start, this recent season has shown why he was selected in the top 10 of the 2020 draft. Another player who is now on the Indiana Pacers, after being drafted 10th overall by Phoenix, Jaylen Smith struggled for playing time for the Suns, and during his sophomore season, Smith was traded to the Pacers. He has since seen much more playing time, showing potential in a backup center role. Also, shooting well for a big guy. In 17 minutes this season, Smith has scored 10 points a game on 59% from the field and 42% from 3, as well as 5.5 rebounds. And just like Obi Toppin, Indiana has proved to be a place where he turned his career around for the best. But we'll just have to wait and see how good he actually becomes. As for the 11th pick of the 2020 NBA draft, Devin Vassell was selected by the San Antonio Spurs and has shown steady improvement each year, developing into a reliable two-way player for the Spurs. His scoring and defensive abilities have made him a valuable asset, and he's a nice piece to grow around Victor Wembanyama in the coming years. This season, Vassell has seen career highs in almost every category, averaging almost 20 points a game, 4 rebounds and 4 assists on 47% from the field and 37% from deep. One of the better players on a rebuilding San Antonio team, and his future with the Spurs lies on his ability to synergize with the alien on his team. And finally, after Vassell was selected 11th overall, the confused Haliburton was finally selected with the 12th overall pick, picked up by the Sacramento Kings. Although Sacramento already had a starting point guard in De'Aaron Fox, they thought so highly of the young point guard, Tyrese, they decided to select him anyway. Despite a decent start to his career, with Haliburton proving to be a great facilitator and underrated scorer. Largely due to the difficulty of Haliburton and Fox to coexist, a blockbuster trade was made, sending Tyrese to Indiana. And this proved to be the perfect move for him. After being traded in his second season, he's averaged around 20 and 10 for the Pacers ever since, on good efficiency, and running the offense to a high level, even winning a playoff series this season, and with multiple of his supporting cast ironically selected before him, including Obi Toppin and Jaylen Smith. The Pacers have crafted an electric young team where the sky is the limit for them, especially now also with Pascal Siakam filling in the small forward role perfectly. Named an All-Star starter for the first time this season, it's no secret he had a less impressive post-All-Star break. However, we all know the talent that Haliburton holds. Anyways, that's it for the video. Where do you think Tyrese Haliburton should have been selected in the redraft? Please let us know down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching SportsSphere, and we'll see you next time.